Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to look at some final summer sale games that you should probably look at picking up before the sale runs out in, I think in like 24 hours. I think it runs out at 6 PM on the 7th, so that's tomorrow. So definitely check these games out. You may fancy them, you may have already got them, or you may already have them. Just have a look and yeah, see what you think. But these are some extremely good games for an amazing price. So first of all, we've got Ryse Son of Rome. Originally kind of saw as a tech demo for the Xbox One. This kind of set in the Roman period. You're playing as like I forgot the name of him, Centurion, I think, like a Roman soldier, and basically there isn't a lot to it. It's a really nice game to show off on the Steam Deck. It's got a lot of like button mashing and quick time events, but the actual gameplay itself is very fun, pretty addicting. It's kind of like a hack and slash, like adventure game. There's collectibles. It's made by, it's made in the Cry engine. I think it's made by Crytek. I'm pretty sure that's the company who makes like Crysis and stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it's literally £1.99. So £1.99p. And you can get Ryse Son of Rome. I've shown it off on the channel before. As you can see, it runs really well with FSR enabled. But yeah, it's just a great little hack and slash game. And for £1.99, absolute bargain. Full price back in the day. It was kind of short, and yeah, there wasn't much to it. But for £1.99, super fun, Roman, like gladiator style fighting game. Yeah, I think it even has like a gladiator mode now. That was added like a little bit after the game came out. But yeah, it's a really fun Roman, you know, playing as like Romans and just like a hack and slash game. So check that out. It's £1.99. It's a bargain, and it plays really well on the Steam Deck as well. So all these games play well on the Steam Deck. That's why I'm doing the video. Obviously, if I'm just picking out random sale games, then yeah, that's not the video. The video is literally for the Steam Deck. So definitely have a look at it on the Steam Deck. It works really well. Next game, kind of two in one. But Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengence, so that's the hack and slash one where you play as Raiden. Always get them two mixed up. Raiden's the god from Mortal Kombat, of course. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengence, awesome hack and slash game. I'm pretty sure it's made by Platinum Games, who make Bayonetta. I think that really says everything you need to know about it. It's a really good side game from the Metal Gear series. It's got nothing really in common with Metal Gear series except from the characters, and I don't know, some of the items and the UI looks quite similar, but the actual gameplay is very Bayonetta hack and slash style with over the top cutscenes and like really badass boss fights. So if you're a fan of Metal Gear and never given Rising Revengence a go, pick it up. It's £4.99, definitely worth the price. It's extremely fun. And yeah, just a real badass game. I mean, Raiden is a really cool character once you get to know him, and once you get over the fact that you're not playing as Snake in Metal Gear Solid 2. He really comes into his own, and especially when he becomes more cyborg, he's very interesting to actually get to play as him whilst he's fighting like robots and just doing real badass stuff like attaching his blades to his feet, and it's really fun. And some of the cutscenes are just batshit crazy. If you've played Bayonetta, then you know what to expect. It's very over the top. But yeah, definitely check that out if you love Metal Gear Solid. And if you're just a fan of hack and slash games in general, it might actually put you on to playing original Metal Gear Solid games. So yeah, have a go. Which leads me into the next game, which is Metal Gear Solid V Phantom Pain. So very different to Rising Revengeance. This is one where you play as Snake again, Venom Snake. I've shown it off on the channel before. It's a very different approach from the older Metal Gear Solid games where it's not, I wouldn't say linear, but like you have a limited amount of exploration area you can like go through. You normally get put into like a mission area, then you have to go and do in like Peace Walker and stuff where you get like airdropped into a mission and you can do that. But like in Metal Gear Solid 3, you're literally like on a linear path. It's pretty open, but it's still a bit of a linear path. Same with Metal Gear Solid 2. So this one really opens up the scale and the scope of the world. You can literally airdrop in from anywhere and do little side quests around, and then you've got like a main objective. There are missions, it is like in a mission structure, but there's a huge area to explore within that mission, and everything changes as well when you go into the mission, whether it be daytime or nighttime. But yeah, if you're just a fan of stealth games in general and base building games, it's really fun and addicting. You get really addicted to capturing soldiers, seeing if you can get like an SSS rank soldier, because they can help with your different parts of your base. And sometimes, like for example, you get someone who works in research and development, and he'd enable you to build a new weapon. So if you brought him into the team, you could then bring a new weapon into the next mission. Just stuff like that, really fun. The storyline is batshit insane, typical Kojima style. But if you're a fan of Metal Gear, then you probably already have it. But definitely consider it. If you're a fan of Metal Gear but have not even tried it, I'm not sure number 5 would be a go-to point, because you're going to need a little bit of backstory on Snake and the whole character. So maybe pick up the emulated games and then go to number 5. But it's only £6.24 at the minute, and that's the definitive version with all the DLC. So a really big bargain for a pretty big game with a lot of stuff to do in it. So definitely check it out. Next game is a game I haven't played in a long time, but it's one I tried out on the Steam Deck and it works perfectly. And Metal Jesus actually, he tweeted about it the other day. He'd finished it on the Steam Deck and it holds up. So I'm definitely taking his word for him. I do love his channel. So that's only £2.24, Enslaved. From what I can remember, you play as... I know it's voiced by Andy Serkis, and it starts... I think you're like literally being held captive on like a slave plane at the start, and then the plane ends up going down, and you're basically working with this other woman, and you're trying to get from point A to point B, but it's like in a post-apocalyptic world, and she like can control you because you've got like this electric shock collar on basically, but it's like a headband, and she can like hurt you in case you don't listen and stuff like that. You're kind of like, hence the name Enslaved. You're enslaved to her as you take her from point A to point B, and then the relationship gets a little bit better, the story unfolds, and yeah, it goes from there. But it's got very like hack and slashy style combat with a bit of like stealth mechanics with the robots, and yeah, just the overall world is really cool. Very Horizon Forbidden West-esque, robot-y kind of area. Like you got like New York City, it looks like, but it's all like overgrown with like moss and like leaves, and yeah, it's just a really cool little world to explore. There's some really cool traversal mechanics, and yeah, it's got some like set pieces like Uncharted. So if that sounds cool, definitely check it out. It's £2.24, so it's worth every penny. Next game, I'm going to put these into one, Prototype 1 and 2. I've heard some people are having a few issues with Prototype 1, but if you change to Experimental Proton, it won't freeze on you anymore. But these games are very fun, like anti-hero games. You're playing as like Alex Mercer in one, and I forgot the dude's name in the second one. But yeah, you're basically a human experiment, and you're tested on, and you gain superpowers. And then there's like this corrupt government, and you're basically having to go against them. They're mutating people, and you're fighting different enemies. But you have these amazing powers, like you have like a hammer fist, you have like a blade hand, you can like literally glide and fly. You've got like a whole world to explore, it's free roam, and yeah, you just feel like an absolute badass. So if you want to play a superhero game where you feel like an absolute badass, you've got some insane abilities that are just OP sometimes, definitely check out Prototype 1 and 2. Very similar in game. They expanded a bit in Prototype 2, but I mean Prototype 1 is the original, so you kind of get a bit more backstory if you play the first one, because the guy you play as in the first one plays quite a big role in the second one, so it's worth picking up both of them. So number 2 is £4.99 and number 1 is only £3.74. So massive deals on Prototype 1 and 2, and they play really well on the Steam Deck. If not, use a little bit of wattage. I think they use around like 20 wattage, so you're not going to get amazing battery life considering the age of them, but yeah, they do run really well and they're just really fun games, so definitely have a look. And yeah, the final game on my list today that you should look at picking up is Dying Light, number 1. Only £8.38, and I think they've upgraded everyone to the premium edition now, so you get some like DLC for that as well, which is a really good price. But yeah, Dying Light, if you love zombies and you love free roaming and you love like a bit of parkour, it's an amazing mixture of parkour, free roaming and killing zombies. The world is really fun to explore. It's very parkour-esque designed, so you're like jumping from rooftop to rooftop, you're like swinging off things, you're like perched on corner steps, and like kind of like Assassin's Creed style, you know. It's very fun, and the combat is amazing as well. Like you're slicing off zombies' limbs, and you can break their arms and bones. It's very detailed, I've played a bit of number 2, and I don't know, I feel like the combat is a little bit of a downgrade than to number 1. I haven't played a lot of it, but yeah, as far as the way it plays on the Steam Deck goes, and the way the gameplay is and the overall story, Dying Light 1, definitely worth checking out. Super fun game, and it's co-op as well, so you can play co-op with friends in the same world and do the story together and stuff, so also really cool. But yeah, it definitely plays a lot better than Dying Light 2. I think Dying Light 2 you need to like have it on extremely low settings, or you need to FSR it because it's just a demanding title. I don't think it's that massively well optimized either, but yeah, Dying Light. I think I've said Dead Rising. I keep getting them mixed up, but yeah, no, Dying Light, amazing game. If you love zombies, free roaming, free running, and yeah, parkour stuff. So definitely check it out. But yeah, that wraps it up for my Steam game sales video. I think this sales end tomorrow, so definitely pick up some deals while you can. It's difficult to decide what to buy when thousands of games are up for sale, so hopefully I've helped some people decide. I know you've let me know in the comments that you've picked up some games, I've maybe talked you into getting some, but yeah, let me know in the comments what you think is a good deal to pick up before the sale ends tomorrow. And yeah, let me know what you've picked up in the comments, and thank you guys for watching. I'll hopefully speak to you guys soon. I know I'm extremely busy these days, but I'm always going to make time to do some more videos for you, so stay tuned to the channel, and thanks for subscribing. Speak to you guys soon.